I know I said you wouldn't see me in a Skoda Kodiaq again before the end of the year, but something happened. Right-hand drive Kodiaqs in Sportline were not meant to be built until week 48 of this year. That hasn't even happened yet, but they changed it to week 38, and now the Kodiaq Sportline has landed. So of course I'm going to take a look around. Got to give a shout out to the sound people in Spirit Skoda and Sandyford. Ask for Lee if you're buying a new Skoda, including this car. This actual Sportline Kodiaq is for sale. Let me talk you through some of the differences. So everything is black and high gloss on the Kodiaq. These wheels, you may not have seen them before, but you actually have. They're just minus the aero covers. And I've developed a hack with a little help from the people at Spirit Skoda to save you some money on this car to do with those wheels. More on that later on. Now the car comes very well spec'd as standard. There's very little on this car in terms of extras. What you do get is the black roof rails to put your roof boxes on if you're into your camping. This is velvet red, which is an extra colour, but my God, it is beautiful in the flesh. So the rear of the Kodiaq, and again, I mean, the car it's not a totally different model or anything, it's just all about the trim, but it does generally look best, depending on your taste perhaps. Most people, it's the Sportline version of these cars that they really want to get their hands on. Now you can still get it in the plug-in hybrid or the 2-litre diesel. All the same engine options are still available to you. This is a 7-seater version. Just again, worth pointing out that you can't get a 7-seater in the plug-in hybrid if that is what you're interested in, but you can get this Sportline. So it's the same gigantic boot. All the practical stuff still remains. It's mainly up front in the seats, the interior trim and the exterior that is different in the Sportline. Standard on the Sportline version, matrix headlights, which are really good in the dark. You can spec the light bar. It's €200 extra. It just runs halfway across the main black high gloss grille. Probably does add a little bit to the car visually, but again, like, you can't see it when you're driving it, so I don't know, you're paying extra for other drivers to look at your car and go, oh, that's nice. So that's how the front of it now looks, the air curtain. Still down here, but it just looks smarter. And again, velvet red is this colour. Just give you a little close-up of these wheels to give you a better look at them. The hack that the lads have told me about is actually genius, but it does expose what a farce VRT is. These wheels are 20-inch. They're an optional extra on the car. They cost more money. If you go onto the Skoda configurator and you put in those 20-inch wheels, the price of the car drops. And then you take those aero covers off that you would have seen on my other reviews of the car, and you get those wheels. So it brings the cost of the car down by about 600 quid, and you get the nicer wheels. It works only on the 2-litre diesel and the 1.5 petrol. It doesn't do anything really on the 4x4 version of the Kodiaq or the plug-in hybrid, because the emissions on that are low enough. But it is a nice little money saver. Inside the Kodiaq then, some of the differences on the Sportline glass roof, panoramic glass roof, which does actually open, is standard. Then looking at the seats here, so you get this racing stripe down the centre. Still get ambient lighting, but again, that was on other versions of the Kodiaq also, to be fair. It's currently red. It looks very nice. The main differences then on the Sportline is this trim here. It's like a honeycomb effect. Again, ambient lighting. And then what was that kind of tan leather or black in certain model trims, this is now Alcantara and suede. So that's the main difference here on the Sportline in the back of the vehicle. Apart from that though, business as usual, same amount of space, same armrest, same everything, but that's how the fabric looks. I haven't seen this screen before. This is the smaller 10-inch screen that's standard on the car, so you have to pay extra if you want the 13-inch. But you know what? Having actually seen it And some people comment that they're sick of cars with huge big tablets in the dash. It's actually a nicer size. It doesn't do anything different that the bigger one does. It still has the same graphics, camera quality, everything else is the same. But it's actually an improvement on how much space is taken up in the car by the tablet. And it's going to save you money if you don't spec the 13-inch one. So it's actually perhaps a better option for you. Give you an idea then of the Sportline bucket seats. The racing stripe down the centre continues. Just to explain, so this is Alcantara suede again. This is synthetic leather, but it feels nice. Doesn't feel Nappa-like. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Also in the Sportline now, the armrest gets the Alcantara treatment here. So that's nice, feels good. Not as washable. Sportline steering wheel, not really any different. You do get an additional spoke down the bottom, I suppose, and you'll see Sportline stenciled in silver there on the bottom. Hopefully you get to see that with the light. No major difference with the driver instruments, but graphics are great. It's a good size and it's housed in black high gloss. Still a very handy dual setup for your glove box. So up here you have this top storage area. That is also now wrapped in Alcantara in the Sportline, and that honeycomb effect that I showed you in the back of the car, that's also now on the dashboard and sweeps right the way across. Wheel hack aside, the walk from a standard Kodiaq versus this, which is the 2-litre 150 brake horsepower diesel in Sportline trim, it's about €7,000 extra. It's been a massive year for Skoda in Ireland. They've sold over 12,000 cars. Ideally, they'd like you to be ordering your Sportline and getting it in January, which I'm sure a lot of people want to wait now at this stage for the 251 plate. But the Sportline is now here. Certain Skoda dealers will have them in stock, including this actual car, which is on sale now. I hope you've enjoyed this real-life tour of the new Sportline version. It's finally here. It is the nicest visually looking. Interior, it's more about personal taste. It's just different materials, different colours, different textures. Really, in many ways, it is the same car inside. But a lot of you, when I first had a look at this car for the driving aspect of it, I think this is my 5th video of a Kodiaq. That was the driving one back in Barcelona in February. A lot of you said, any idea when the Sportline is coming? There was a silver one there, but we couldn't get into it. Now, hopefully, I've helped you decide. Thanks for watching today and for all the support on the channel. I'll talk to you in the next one.